Welcome to Audio Books feature by Cloud Expert. Today we'll be talking about storage in Azure Virtual Machine. Let's understand how to choose storage in Azure Virtual Machine. First, you can choose the disk technology. Options include a traditional platter-based hard disk drive (HDD) or a more modern solid-state drive (SSD). Just like the hardware you purchase, SSD storage costs more but provides better performance. There are two levels of SSD storage available, standard and premium. Choose standard SSD disks if you have normal workloads but want better performance. Choose premium SSD disks if you have I/O-intensive workloads or mission-critical systems that need to process data very quickly. Let's understand how to map storage to disks in Azure VM. Azure uses virtual hard disks (VHDs) to represent physical disks for the VM. VHDs replicate the logical format and data of a disk drive but are stored as page blobs in an Azure storage account. You can choose on a per-disk basis what type of storage it should use, SSD or HDD. This allows you to control the performance of each disk, likely based on the I/O you plan to perform on it. By default, two virtual hard disks (VHDs) will be created for your Windows VM. 1. The operating system disk. This is your primary or C drive and has a maximum capacity of 2048 GB. 2. A temporary disk. This provides temporary storage for the OS or any apps. It is configured as the D drive by default and is sized based on the VM size, making it an ideal location for the Windows paging file. You can store data on the C drive along with the OS, but a better approach is to create dedicated data disks. You can create and attach additional disks to the VM. Each data disk can hold up to 32,767 GB of data, with the maximum amount of storage determined by the VM size you select. Let's understand unmanaged versus managed disks. With unmanaged disks, you are responsible for the storage accounts that are used to hold the VHDs that correspond to your VM disks. A single storage account has a fixed rate limit of 20,000 I/O operations, sec. This means that a single storage account is capable of supporting 40 standard virtual hard disks at full throttle. Managed disks are the newer and recommended disk storage model. They elegantly solve this complexity by putting the burden of managing the storage accounts onto Azure. You specify the disk type, premium or standard, and the size of the disk, and Azure creates and manages both the disk and the storage it uses. They also offer several other benefits. Increased reliability. Azure ensures that VHDs associated with high reliability VMs will be placed in different parts of Azure storage to provide similar levels of resilience. Better security. Managed disks are truly managed resources in the resource group. This means they can use role-based access control to restrict who can work with the VHD data. Snapshot support. Snapshots can be used to create a read-only copy of a VHD. You have to shut down the owning VM, but creating the snapshot only takes a few seconds. Once it's done, you can power on the VM and use the snapshot to create a duplicate VM to troubleshoot a production issue or roll back the VM to the point in time that the snapshot was taken. Backup support. Managed disks can be automatically backed up to different regions for disaster recovery with Azure Backup All without affecting the service of the VM. Great! Now you've learned about storage in the Azure Virtual Machine. Hope you enjoyed it. For more audiobooks, please subscribe to our monthly plan in Cloud Expert category. Hey, don't forget to rate our app and share it with your friends. Have a nice day.